What's up, y'all? Y'all are something else, bro. I'm gonna be completely real with you. I'm not even gonna cap. Like, no games. Like, for real. I just what you hear these women say. This is no Fugazi podcast. I'm doing a reaction on it again. Very inspiring as usual. Uh, Cooley, David Cooley is very inspiring to me. I'm doing another reaction video to him, and these ladies, what they say on here, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up. You know, and this stuff I just don't understand is, we have a lot of women out here, talking about they don't have their autonomy. Their bodily autonomy is not respected or regarded. There's no one that sends no regards to it. And that's some foolishness. That's some foolishness. Y'all have more options, more more opportunities, more freedom than you do. And I just never understood. I never understood it. Y'all are out here saying, you're oppressed and all this other foolishness, dumb things that are being said. And I just never understood it. I just don't understand it. So I need somebody to explain to me why we feel the need to do that. And then here's the other problem. Abortion, they do begin to talk about abortion in this section of the video. And the problem that I have with that is, I'm going to go ahead and speak for me. And I'm going to say, I don't care who you are. I don't support abortion. I don't care who you are. I'm going to put it out there. I don't support it. I don't support it. And if that's part of your bodily autonomy, females, well, I guess then I'm not gonna support your bodily autonomy. Then I guess in that case, no, I'm not. Now, as far as you having choices and choosing what you need to do, what you want to do, okay, go ahead. But as far as that's concerned, abortion, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't care who you are. I don't care. And I don't care how you feel about it. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. There is scripture that literally states, that there are 6 things that the Lord hates. 7 are detestable to him, which means he cannot stand it. Means he hates it. He contests it. He's against it. Detestable. Detest something means to have like an absolute dislike, big time dislike against it. And one of those is hands that shed innocent blood. Do we not understand that that a newborn or a fetus, like y'all like to say, that you'll see the female here on the left here say clearly use the term fetus as though that's supposed to make some sort of a difference, and it really doesn't. I don't understand that, man. I don't understand that. I don't understand y'all out here. I really don't. It's some foolishness what y'all say out here, and I just had to speak on it. I had to react to this one for sure, because I just have to react to it. It's ridiculous.
I am a woman, so
Okay. So I'll say this. Well, I'm not going to give you any clues here. When it comes to this question here, overturning Roe v. Wade meant we're controlling women's bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that is true, but you do believe that is true.
Yeah. It's a regulation set by the law, set by legislators to penalize or criminalize the ability for a woman to have autonomy over her body and have an abortion.
Let's just be clear.
That's
do you
not
know
true.
that real
Right.
quick?
Not
And
at
do you
all.
know that? And I'm gonna let you go in a second. Do you know that even though Roe v. Wade was overturned, abortion is still legal in all 50 states?
Yeah,
It's not
and abortions
illegal.
are gonna happen
It's just the term.
regardless if
The
it's
states have different
legalized.
term limits. So women still have choice in all of the states. It's just, some states is 6-8 weeks. Other states you got a longer term, 24, 32 weeks, something like that.
Right.
So the autonomy, the truth be told is you didn't lose any autonomy. You still got the same choice. It's just they yielded that authority. It used to be in the federal.
timeline.
They yielded that to the states, the authority to the states. So the states get to make that final decision on the timeline.
Okay.
But go ahead, Ease. You want to say something?
I was just saying, women have control over their bodies. Y'all have full autonomy over your bodies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just want to be able to kill babies, and not everybody agrees with that shit. Point blank, period. Because you women do whatever you want with your bodies now. A lot of y'all got tattoos.
Now
a lot
watch
of y'all
what she
sleep with
about to
whoever
say,
you wanna
the one
sleep
on the
with.
left.
But as soon as you guys become
makes a
irresponsible, you guys don't want to face your own. You guys want to face your own accountabilities, and most women don't like facing or dealing with their accountability. So that's why I think a lot of you guys disagree with Roe v. Wade. And so if you really think about it, that's just really the bottom line to it. Honestly, in my opinion,
I believe in the separation of church and state. And I think
Foolishness.
that's the
What
issue
does it
a
have
lot
to
of
do
times
with
when
it?
we have these conversations is that religion and faith plays a big part into it. And
take
it's
it out.
not-
Take religion and faith out. Let's just pretend God doesn't exist. It's a human. Everybody has the right to live because nobody was asked to be born. You know what I mean? So now you're telling me that unborn child has to die because you chose to be irresponsible.
What's better, an aborted fetus or a child that grows up knowing that it was never wanted, it was never loved, it's in the system, it's higher chances and likelihood of abuse. And
That's why we
all
have
sorts of
adoption. There's a lot of there's a good amount of women that can't conceive.
Why is there so many people, and why is the number of children in the foster care system growing?
So they're better
and
off
growing?
dead, is what you're saying. That's crazy. They're better off dead.
I mean, that's an absolute, and I believe in gray areas and everything has a
You
lot
know,
of nuance. So.
But that's basically what you're saying, and most women saying. Like, I'd rather them be dead than to have an opportunity at life and make something of themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You don't got to agree with me, but we can agree to disagree. But in my opinion, kids don't ask to be born. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, I got a question. Scratch everything I said. Let's say you have a kid. You and your kid are hanging off a cliff, right? And the kid's father, you guys are still together, right?
Mm-hmm.
The kid's father can only save one of you guys. You or the kid, who would you want him to save?
The kid. I mean, I don't have children, so I'm
The fact that
You
you
want him
had
to
to
save the
think
kid,
about
and why
that.
would you want him to save the kid?
because I would want the child to live. I would put the child before myself. So
So it goes
But
with
I
the
don't
whole
think that's
abortion thing.
equal
Yeah,
because we're
that goes against your
comparing
entire
something that's
argument.
not even born yet with a full-blown person.
Now that's debatable. It's depending on
What
who
stage
you
and
talk to. It's still a life at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe.
I just think that it's circumstantial and it's individual and it shouldn't be dictated or governed by the state. I think that should ultimately be up to the
And do you know that most abortions is because of just their feelings?
Yeah.
Most women abort their unborn children because they feel
Foolishness.
like it, not because
Exactly.
grape, not because now that is it's 1% of cases are grape. It's not because their life is in jeopardy. That's even less than 1%. So most abortions happen, and women commit those abortions because they just feel like it. They feel like murdering that unborn child. And there's over 1 million abortions per year. So we're
1
giving women all
million.
of this choice when
1 million.
50% of what's growing in the womb belongs to the father.
Yeah.
And the father has no say-so.
No, they do, and I think
Wait,
that
They
no.
don't. That's the
Really?
thing.
No, you
They
think that
don't.
they should, but they
Really?
don't.
No, they do not. No, they don't. Stop it. Stop it right now. No, they don't. But y'all want to sit here, and this is what I'm saying. Y'all want to sit here and say that you have no bodily autonomy. You don't have no choices. You can't make no choices for yourself. But that's exactly what the heck you do every day. That's what you do every day. You make judgments, and we make judgments and decisions every day, do we not? I don't understand that. I can't wrap my head around that, man. I don't understand. I don't get y'all. I really, really don't. I cannot fathom why y'all do that. Somebody help me with that, because I mean, it's just a selfish, jacked up way to go. It really is. It's the most selfish, one of the most selfish decisions that a woman can make is by doing that. All because you did not have the abstinence, right? And you didn't have sense enough to keep your legs closed. You didn't have enough sense to keep your freaking legs closed, so you decided that you're going to take an innocent life, all because you know that your life as you know it is done. Whatever you want to do, that's second now. That comes second to that child. That goes for anybody. That goes for anybody. Doesn't matter. The sooner y'all realize that, the better off you're going to be. Because there's some foolishness, man. I don't understand. That's dumb. If you don't want to add to the population, that's what they told us in the military. Prior service in the military as well. They told us that in the military. They would tell us that. Tell us dudes that in the military. Keep your legs closed, bro. If you don't want, well, no, they will tell you to wrap it before you tap it. But see, I ain't even going that far. That's why I still have my virginities to this day, because I got enough discipline enough to know I'm not trying to do that. I'm just not trying to do that. I'm not doing that. Because me personally, I got to find somebody that that's worth my time, worth giving my virginity to. And I've yet to find that. At this point, I don't think it's going to happen. Looking at how it is today out here, folks is crazy. But yeah, no. And then the part where she say fetus. You trying to, don't downplay it. You downplaying it so that you trying to make it sound like it ain't freaking, bro. No, man, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not even gonna play them games, because see, hold on, because I want to make sure I'm right. I want to make sure, because if we look up word fetus, the definition of the word fetus is literally, here's the source, acog.org, clevelandclinic.org, definition of fetal or fetus, embryo, whatever you want to call it. A fetus is the developing human offspring from the end of the 8th week after fertilization until birth. Okay. This stage follows the embryonic period and is marked by rapid growth, organ maturation. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, maturation or maturation. I think that might be. I don't know. And the development of distinct human features. Key milestones include fetal movement, development of reflexes, and preparation for life outside the uterus. So, this is not, this is not nothing new. It's not nothing new. I don't understand it.
I think they
I
do.
really don't,
I think
man.
that there is.
There's
I'm
nothing
not
nothing
well-versed.
legalized. Yeah, there's no
Like
legal
if,
structure
yeah,
around
if a
it.
woman was pregnant, she wants to
Okay,
get abortion, she can
Yeah.
get abortion, and she doesn't need the
They
father's
can't
consent at all.
petition
Not at
for-
all.
No, no,
He can't do jack squat.
Nothing.
Yeah, you
He
can't.
can't do
I
jack
And
don't
they've
squat.
think
made
that-
it
I
that
don't
way
think that's-
purposely.
And that's dope. And that's cool.
But y'all wanna say you
know
don't
what I'm
have
saying?
no
But,
autonomy,
that's what,
right?
That's what I'm getting at. Because it's like you said, the clip question. You would want the kid
Yeah.
to survive because why? Yeah, I mean, the kid deserves to live, and
Yeah.
so that's how I look at it with abortion. Even though people think, oh, it's a fetus, it's not, it doesn't have a heartbeat, doesn't have arms, legs.
The thing is, bro, with me, is you y'all like, I mean, you act like you have no choice. You act like you don't have an option. No one gave you the option to be able to do better. Nothing, and I never understood it. I never understood it. It's some foolishness if you ask me. I just don't get it. I don't get it with y'all. You know, y'all. I mean, if we, and then if we also look up, right? We also look up autonomy. To make sure that we know that I know what I'm talking about. Autonomy is the capacity to make informed, uncoerced decisions and govern oneself acting according to internal values rather than external control. So I just that's basically free will in a way. Is it not? Is that not free will? Is it not the freedom to be able to make your own choices? So why are we why are we acting like we don't have a choice in the world? Y'all acting like y'all are so oppressed. You got it all wrong. Everything's so wrong, so wrong all the time. I just don't get it. I've been trying to figure that out for quite some time, and I still haven't. But fetus is no different than a developing human. It basically means little human. I believe it's either Greek. I believe that's the Greek meaning of the word fetus. Okay, I think it's the fetus originates from Latin. And the Greek word for fetus is embryo, which means unborn offspring or embryo. While fetus originates from Latin, the ancient and modern Greek term bryphos or brephos or briefos. I think that's I think that's how you say it there. It's also used to describe a baby in a womb, unborn, or a newborn, or an infant. It signifies a continuous life from conception through infancy. So, etymology, while fetus is Latin for offspring or hatching. The idea of a little human is often linked to historical, yeah, quote unquote little human is often linked to historical and scientific concepts rather than a direct Greek translation of the word fetus. So, but little human is linked to um, historical concepts. They change a lot of stuff in this whole thing. They change stuff, change a bunch of stuff up, a bunch of meaning to words. They're beginning to do a lot of that nowadays. Um, and I don't understand that either. I just, yeah, I don't understand it. I really don't, you know. But y'all got to literally ask yourselves, you know, do I really want to make this decision? You know, there has been sayings recently that when people go, now I don't know this for certain, but I'm almost positive from my perspective, I'm almost pretty positive that when females do this, right, when they take such actions, when they take, you know, make such fateful decisions, such deeply rooted decisions like that, it's just like really, yeah, really intense decisions that you cannot back away from, that you can never change, you can never fix, never take back. When you make a decision like that, right? There has been times where they would ask these females from what they did, right? About how they felt afterward, and none of them had a good report. None of them. A million, a million abortions per year. Y'all, a million. I mean, now I can't say all of them have a bad report. All of them feel horrible after making such fateful decision like that. Such a fateful decision, or an impulsive decision based off of mostly their feelings. So all because you feel a certain way, you're going to take an innocent life. You're going to take an innocent life all because you felt a type of way. I can't wrap my head around that, bro. I really can't wrap my head around it, at all. You know, hands that shed innocent blood. That's all that is. That's all that is. So you are sacrificing your child for your happiness. That's it. It's a ritual. That's exactly what it is. I suggest y'all go, and I'm not going to get too detailed on the process in which these babies are aborted because it's too graphic. But y'all should look up. Matter of fact, yeah, y'all should look up the exact way a baby that this process is handled. The way that the baby is handled in this situation, y'all should really look it up. I suggest y'all look it up, like, for sure, before you make such impulsive decisions like this all for your freaking happiness. I don't care who you are. I don't support it. I don't support it. Never will. Never freaking will. If you don't want to add to the population, I'm not going to say wrap it before you tap it. I'm going to say keep your freaking legs closed. That's what I'm going to say. Keep your freaking legs closed. It's that plain and simple. It ain't nothing hard to understand about it. Y'all got an issue with it? Okay. And I don't care. I don't care. I'll say what my mama used to tell me and my brother growing up. Um, Not everybody gonna like you. Not everybody's gonna like you, and I don't care for everybody to like me anyway. I'm not here for that anyway. I'm not. I'm not here for you to like me. I don't care. But if I'm have the opportunity to speak up on something, I'm gonna do it. It is what it is. I don't care. It is what it is. Folk can feel however they want to feel about it. Do what you gonna do. But don't expect me to agree with it, because I'm not going to. It's some foolishness, man. It's some foolishness. I react to his video for that very reason, because of what she said in it. When I watched it earlier, fetus, you try to form a different version or a different word for it to make it sound like it's something it ain't. You downplaying it. Downplaying it. For what? Why? Why downplay it? Why not call? I'm just gonna call a spade at this point. I'm not going to downplay it. I'm not going to act like that problem doesn't exist. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Y'all are something else.